How to start conversations with a girl. Teenagers are often unfairly characterized as being moody and disobedient. Teenage girls, in particular, are often portrayed as shrill, mean, moody, and passive-aggressive. With so many negative stereotypes of what a teenage girl acts like, it can be easy to mischaracterize teenage girls as hard to talk to. Plenty of movies and TV shows display parents scared or anxious to speak to their teenage daughters because they might scream at them. Hey, my name is Alex, and if this is your first time on this podcast, here I share tips on how to become a better person. If you are interested in personal development, then consider subscribing. If you want to download a free book called How to Talk to Anyone, 10 Simple Tricks to Have a Meaningful Conversation, go to www.selfimprovementvault.com or check the link in the description. The first thing to know about starting a conversation with a teenage girl is that they are not stereotypes. And, more to the point, every girl is an individual. Therefore, categorizing all girls the same is sure to make your communication much more difficult than it needs to be. To start a conversation with a girl, you must approach her as you would anyone else. You must recognize that she is not defined by her age, gender, or any stereotype associated with teenage girls. To start a conversation with the girl, try to find common ground with her. Most people connect when they can find common ground with each other. This can take the form of shared interests, shared experiences, or even shared backgrounds. You can use small talk to try to find a shared interest with her. While it may seem like you will have no shared interest on the surface, remember that most teenagers are multifaceted people. If you cannot find a surface-level shared interest, you can talk about what it is like for you as a teenager. Alternatively, you can ask her about her favorite music, bands, television shows, books, and more. This will allow her to speak about and share something she is passionate about. Giving her the chance to speak about her life is a brilliant strategy for starting a conversation. People love to talk about themselves. Especially when you can listen patiently, you allow others to talk and, in turn, feel good about themselves. They begin to perceive you as a friendly, easy-to-talk-to person and will be more likely to engage in further conversation with you. Do not be patronizing. Many adults often patronize younger people, be it out of habit or out of a sense of ageist superiority. Teenagers are used to people patronizing them and will refuse to engage in conversation with you if you act superior to them. Instead, you must approach them with the same respect and dignity you'd approach other adults. Every human being deserves dignity and respect, no matter how old they are. Treating people with respect, no matter who they are, is a great way to start conversations in general. It shows that you are humble and possess emotional intelligence, two excellent characteristics for building close relationships with others. Boundaries are also crucial for people, more so for teenagers. Teenagers are only just learning about their boundaries and are often angry that most people disrespect these boundaries. You start a conversation by telling a girl what to do and what not to do, what to wear and what not to wear. She will choose not to converse with you. Rather than telling, demanding, or enforcing, it is always best to respectfully discuss issues with her. Offer her dignity and self-respect by asking questions like, "Why did you make this particular decision? And what influenced you to make this choice?" But be careful not to make those questions sound judgmental. You want to win her trust and loyalty. This cannot be achieved by acting superior toward her. On the other hand, you do not want to force her to converse with you. Remember, you must not cross or force her boundaries. If you ask her specific questions, and she acts reluctant to answer, allow her the time to process her feelings. What may seem like a normal conversation to you may be a more emotionally taxing conversation to a teenage girl. Teenager is only just going out into the world without their parents, finding their feet in the process. They have often not had a lot of experiences with communication without being treated like children. As a result, do not be surprised if a seemingly normal conversation stumps a teenage girl. Offer her the opportunity to return to the discussion later, after she has had time to think and prepare herself emotionally. You may say something like, "Would you like us to continue this conversation at a later time?" That way, you can think about how you feel and spend time getting to understand your emotions. Under no circumstances should you be rude or overbearing. Neither should you treat her like a child. This includes demanding you have a conversation with her instead of asking if she is free and available to talk. Similarly, you must be forthright with her. Please do not feel like you have to dumb things down or hide things because she is young. This is patronizing. Instead, you must approach her with honesty and truth. If the topic of conversation is heavy and difficult to understand, you may ask her along the way if she understands the themes of the conversation. Give her the chance to ask for clarification on themes and concepts she may not fully grasp. Many teenagers complain about adults withholding the truth or omitting facts from them. You will find that you earn the trust and respect of a teenage girl when you do not omit the truth from her like other adults. Allowing her to challenge herself to grow will teach her to trust you. When you present yourself as someone who is not afraid to deal with the truth, you present yourself as a trustworthy, dependable person with whom others will be happy to have a conversation. If you want to download a free book called How to Talk to Anyone, 10 Simple Tricks to Have a Meaningful Conversation, go to www.selfimprovementvault.com or check the link in the description. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a comment or two to help us promote it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.